Hi, today we'll be talking about an interesting automation wherein you will be able to create PDFs completely on automation using a Notion database and a Google document. So, what we're going to talk about is customer registration forms. So, basically, whenever a customer is registering and entering details in this form that I'm showing you in the background, a response gets captured onto the customer response form in the responses view. So as you can see, I have already created three responses for different customers, and I want to create PDF files complete in automation for every response that is getting captured. So today we'll be seeing how we can create PDF files from these responses directly inside Notion database. So once the automation is set up, you will be able to directly create the PDF files right from the Notion database. How exactly will this work? For this, we need to head over to PDFOutput.com, which is the website that will help you create PDF files or automation. And once you log into PDF Output, you will be able to see a screen something like this. And the first thing which you need to do is you need to add the Notion database which you are looking to connect over here. So click on this drop down and click on Add Notion Database. This will take you to the setup screen where you need to add the database for your requirement. So let me first of all copy this entire form which I'm going to use as the reference. So I will copy this form detail from here. I will go back and I need to add the form detail over here. So make sure you choose the right account, click on next, and you will have two options. Either you can go with the template that I've already provided for your demonstration. So if you use this, it will automatically create a template, a demo template, which you can use to test out the automation. But in this case, I want to select my own pages. So click on this, click on select pages, and you will land up over here. Okay, an important step over here is make sure you're always searching for the pages whatever you need. Never ever select any pages from here to add the database. If you select a page to add the database and if it contains more than one database, it may take time to load the databases. So my advice is always copy the exact database title whichever you need and simply put it inside the search field. So I'm going to put it over here, and we will see that it will automatically fetch the form from this drop down. So you can see it is showing me this form over here. Click on this and it says it has already been added. That is all that I need to do. Click on allow access. So now you will be able to have the access of the form over here, which you can start using to generate the PDF files on automation. A key thing which I also want to highlight over here is that if you are using relational property inside this database, so make sure you are adding those databases as well when you're adding the main database. So currently we do not have any relational property used over here. That's why we only added the customer registration form. If you're having any relational properties, make sure all the related databases which are connected to customer registration form are also added when you're adding the Notion database. I hope this makes sense. So you can see we have the customer registration form shown over here. And if you go back to the registration form as well, it adds these two columns, that is generate PDF and PDF files. So if you mark any record as ready to generate, it will automatically create the PDF file right over here and it will store the PDF file for us. But before that, we need to first of all add the document which we are going to use to generate the PDF file. So click on add Google document. You have two options. Either you can choose an existing document if you have on your drive, or if you have not created any document, just click on add demo document. It will automatically create a document for you, fetching all the Notion properties that is already available over here. Okay. So if you see on the left, this is just a sample demo document which has been created. The key thing is that it has already created all these placeholders for us. So if you see, these are the placeholders which has been created, and these placeholders will automatically be mapped with the Notion database that we have over here. So as an example, if you observe, we have the response column, the respondent column, address column, and so on. And we have all those fields automatically added over here. This is the response column, the respondent column, also the address column added over here. So it will automatically map and it will create the PDF files for us. If you would have added a document on your own, just simply click on copy. It will copy the placeholder for you, and you can simply paste that placeholder anywhere. So just use Control V or Command V on your keyboard to paste it. In my case, I use this demo document, so I don't need to use copy paste, and it's already showing me the placeholders over here. So once your mapping is done from here by copying and pasting the values onto the document, it's time to start automating the process. So what I'll do is I will simply click on setup Notion automation, but before that I can define my PDF file name. So just click on this drop down. You will see all the columns and you can choose how you want to name the PDF file. I want to name the PDF file by the first name. So I will select that. Then I will click on Setup Notion Automation. This will quickly set up the automation for me once the success message pops up. And if you go back to the registration form that we have over here, just scroll to the right and make sure you select the particular records as ready to generate if you want to create the PDF files from this particular record. So it will just take a while to generate the PDF files, but for this demonstration, what I'm going to do is I'm going to directly download the PDF. So click on download PDF, and you will see that the process automatically starts, and the PDFs will be downloaded right over here. So you can see the first file is already out, and you can see the PDF file is also attached over here, and the status has been turned to completed. So if I click on name 3, you will be able to see the entire PDF document over here, and you can see it has mapped all these fields, whatever we had added in the database, and all the placeholders have been replaced for our use case. And if you observe the document as well, we have all the values that we needed that has been mapped over here onto the document. Okay, so this is how simple and easy it is to map all the files. A placeholder, which was the PDF file placeholder, this is where the documents will be stored. This has not been fetched as it is a file media property, so you can avoid that, but rest of the properties have been correctly fetched. So if you see the name to document, this is also correctly mapped, and you can see the values have been properly mapped with the database. This is how simple it is. Just keep on adding the records and just turn it to ready to generate. It will automatically create the PDF file right over here. So once the automation is correctly set up, you never need to go back to this PDF output setup ever again. All you need to do for the very first time is add the database, add the document. If you have an existing document, add it up. Use the mapping section. So just click to copy and use Control V or Command V on your keyboard to paste it. Once the mapping is set, click on Setup Notion Automation and just start generating PDFs right from inside your Notion database. Make sure you mark the records as ready to generate, and it will automatically create the PDF file for you right over here. I hope this entire demonstration was helpful to you. If you have any questions, you can use this chat bubble at the bottom and you can directly send me a message with your queries. Or if you have any questions besides that, you can just log out and simply search for the contact section, wherein you can send me a message with